Now, a devout Christian couple who were ordered to pay damages after turning a gay couple away from their bed and breakfast hotel have lost the Supreme Court appeal. Peter and Hazelmary Bull refused to let Martyn and his civil partner Stephen Preddy stay in a double room in 2008. The court found that discrimination law on sexual orientation could override the couple's right to manifest their religious belief. Well, let's go to our religious affairs correspondent Robert Pigott, who's at the Supreme Court for us. Robert.
Yes, Simon, the Bulls had argued that when they turned away Mr Preddy and Mr Hall, they were only guilty of indirect discrimination, because they said they had a policy which said that no unmarried couple could stay at the hotel, and their restriction was about marriage and not about sexual orientation. Now, the court has found today against them, it has found that they did discriminate against Mr Hall and Mr Preddy, and although two of the judges did say it was just indirect discrimination, those two judges said it wasn't justified. So the Halls had argued that the Bulls have argued that their rights under European law to manifest their religious beliefs, in other words, to behave in accordance with them, gave them the right to make that indirect discrimination. Now, that's what the court has decided against. Well, the Bulls are with me, Peter and Hazelmary Bull. How do you react to what has been said today?
Well, I'm disappointed, because I think for the first time in all of this process, when we came to the Supreme Court a few weeks ago, we were just a little optimistic, because this court, unlike the others that we've been through, this court had the opportunity to show more fair-mindedness than we've experienced so far. And unfortunately, they seem to have missed the chance there. So I'm not just disappointed for ourselves. I'm disappointed in them, really, that they didn't take that opportunity to make room for an alternative lifestyle and for our lifestyle.
But the law is quite clear now, isn't it, that there should be no discrimination against people on the basis of their sexual orientation. And your policy on marriage did really discriminate against gay people, because they couldn't conform with it.
No,
they couldn't be married.
No.
We never gave it a thought, to be honest.
We didn't start out like that, because we've been in this business for 28 years now. And when we started out with that policy at the very beginning, and we did that because, not because we're afraid of God, but because we love him. And we did that because in the Bible, that's how he directs us. So, and homosexuality never entered our thinking. And in a way, it still doesn't. This has all come as quite a surprise to us, because it's marriage that we were honouring. And I'm sorry now, when we've woken up to the realisation that it looks as though the pendulum swung too far the other way. And Parliament now, because we've been let down here, Parliament now really needs to look at this and help us to have a room in this, a place in this society, just like everybody else.
But it is clear, isn't it, that society has moved to a place where it doesn't want gay people to be discriminated against, and that even if it means that you have a policy on marriage, that has to be overridden. Isn't that right, Mr. Bull?
Well, if that's the law of the land, that's the law of the land. We prefer to face the law of the land and get into trouble than we would have faced God and get castigated by him. No. We'd sooner. What has happened now, if you like, that we're simply Christians, that's all, and we believe in God, we believe in what he says, we try to do what he says. We haven't been Christians all our lives, we became Christians.
Peter and Hazelmary Bull, thank you very much for talking to us. Well, it's certainly been yet another case in which Christians have pitted their rights to behave in accordance with their religion against the rights of equality, and lost, and they're seeing it as another milestone on the road towards a more secular society. Back to you in the studio.
Robert Pigott, thank you very much.